All right, let's call this the heavy part. It's really just a variation of the riff that we had earlier. So let's run this up to where the solo begins. Where the heck is that? Yes, I think it's all the way over here. Cool, let's listen. All right, cool. Let's see what's going on here. So we have a new clean guitar, and I did a little bit of trickery in this one. So this is my Bad Cat amplification, Black Cat. It has a reverb. So that's pretty cool. But I don't like to record with reverb because if it's too much, I'm screwed and then I have to redo it. And that makes me a sad panda. So here's what I did. I recorded first just the dry. That's like this. Then I recorded one with the reverb on full, ran a DI back into it with a different cab, I think. Again with the reverb on full, and it gave me these two. And I guess I added some tremolo. I added that after the fact. But yeah, that is the Bad Cat on a separate two separate takes with the reverb all the way maxed out. So by adding this to my dry parts, I had more options to get the amplifier reverb, but in the amount that I wanted later. That makes sense. Yeah, that's not a cool thing I can do because I can cut out the, as you can see up here, I cut out the actual lead clean part, but I let the reverb ring through. So in context, you hear a little bit of the spillover without the actual clean part getting into it. And as you can see here, I recorded an octave, but I didn't like it. I thought it was too much, too distracting. So I took it out. And I do this a lot. I will always record way more stuff than I need. Because then I have options. I like options. Yeah, let's take a look at this. So what happens next is, actually, we should probably talk about the lead guitar sidechain. This one is called. Whenever I want to sidechain something out of the way, say there's a solo, there's a melody, or there's whatever I want to be heard, instead of using a million multi-band compressors that I then sidechain to the different things, I would make like a master sidechain track. So this track here is anywhere I have something in the center I want to be heard. And there's no output on this because I don't need there to be an output, but I will take this signal and use it to sidechain stuff. And to show you what I mean, this one is set to lead guitar sidechain, right? Here I have all this set up, so Pro MB. And anytime you see anything on this track here, this multiband is going to start pushing down the rhythm guitars, okay, and in this frequency. So rather than me automating down the rhythm guitars, I just let the the plugin do it for me. So keep an eye here and keep an eye here. And then this essentially becomes the volume control for my rhythm guitars. So every time there's something I want to cut through, because it's so dense, there's so much guitar, I can just adjust this one by moving the threshold and the range. So how much do I want to get out of the way? It's very convenient. And once I've figured out how to do this, it's found its way into everything I do. It just makes it easier to mix, I think. And yeah, this is just the same part, but on a different cabinet, different, I think it's still the Batcat. And I added, so we got the Torpedo wall-up sounder, and I added an octave to it, so. And now the reverb comes from my ambiance channel. Here's a nice little clean part. Adding context. I don't know if you noticed, but I like when a lot of things happen at the same time. Okay, so here's something. Learn from me. Here's something you need to be very aware of. If you have ever used a sustain at the end of your, so you shouldn't even be there. What the hell? Sometimes I will leave the sustain pedal on and there will just be a note ringing because according to the computer, it's still being sustained. Is that what it is? So you need to be down here. Who put that there? Okay, because if the sustain pedal was still on, as it just were, you would just have a note ring forever and you have no idea what's going on. It will drive you crazy. But yeah, I guess that's part. Let's start checking out the solo.